Hey everybody! Thank you for joining tonight. We're here on Growmie Talk Live, and we've got Half Skull Cannabis in the house tonight, and also special guests. Excuse me. We've got Crimson and Elkanah joining us. You guys wanna?
Hi there.
What's
Hi.
up, everybody? Creamy Crim, Vixen, how are you guys?
Hello. What's up, everyone in the chat? Good evening, Dr. Burgers.
Oh, I
Hello,
see
right
Mr.
above
and
me.
Mrs.
Triple three. Chris Polk, Rue,
Mr. Poke.
We got everybody.
Mrs.
Hey there.
Triple Three.
Hey, Miss 333.
Mr. and Mrs. in the chat. Look at that. I see another kid's going to join. It's been there before.
Okay, I'm going to let you take the helm because I'm going to highlight comments and stuff, and then we're going to, we should jump in and bring in on our guest, huh?
Yes, let's bring in our guest.
All right, I got to start his tune, though.
Okay.
So, right here. This background music is a song for Half Skull Cannabis. It can be playing while we introduce him. Half Skull Cannabis, what up, dude?
What's going on, everybody?
How's it going?
It's going great.
There he is. All right, dude. Dixon.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Tonight. How's it going over on your side of the world? Or the country, at least.
It's going. It's a bit warm, but we making it. We making it. That's about the best we can do.
Love to hear it. Ooh. Now, let's see. I got a little background music. I'm going to turn it down just a smidge. I love jams. I mean, if I would have known I'd have left my hair down, I probably could have, did a few headbangs. Go back to my early days. Right?
I've heard, I did. Is this
actually,
the same one that I heard?
Yes.
First time it came, there was two versions, wasn't there? And
then there's a bluegrass version and there's this version.
Yeah, nice.
This has got a little edge to it.
Yeah, AI is a wonderful thing at times.
Yeah, I've been messing around with some of the music.
Honestly, I think the music industry needs to watch out because, we're not going to need musicians. I mean, we're still going to need them, but maybe this is a good thing because maybe the music industry will take a beating and some of these corporate heads will actually allow people to just make their own music.
Yeah.
And own it.
And try and force them into their direction.
Dude, I love Eminem, but Michael Jackson owns half of his music and he's dead.
I know. It's crazy. Right?
Ain't that some shit?
I was playing with ChatGTP the other night and I was like, write me some lyrics. I need it with a heavy 808 bass drum in there. I needed to sound like Too Short back in 1993. Come with a rough edge from the Bay Area. It did it so accurate. It was talking about motors hanging off the back of a boat like two pit bulls, and it was comedy. It sounded more like Too Short from back in the day than Too Short sounds. I was like, wow, that's incredible. So yeah, hopefully we can take over. But all right, music aside, let's get into our guest here tonight. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of how you got into the industry or into growing?
Sure. My journey started like a lot of other people's, legalization come about and I was able to go a bit more public than hiding in the woods and growing stuff and get to learn a little bit more. And I managed to, there's a lot of work in between there. Simply because I went blind at one point. And
you know what? I actually forgot you were blind for a while.
Yes. And it was through the community that I started to actually, talk to more people and learn other people's stories, and people actually started following me. And then one day I got the idea when it come around. I don't know if y'all remember Bud Newby or not, but he put a bunch of people together here in Virginia, and they came over, leveled my side yard, gave me a big start while I was blind. And I couldn't thank them enough to those people that came and helped, and Bud himself. But I came up with the idea right then and there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start going by Half Skull Cannabis. It's kind of been always an idea I wanted to do. I've always wanted to be legal and everything else, so we're working to get all that straight. well, I needed partners. So I ended up bringing in my boy Chris Polk, or Polk Garden 420, as we call him.
I seen him.
He's been a major help to me. He helped me out a lot, more than I can ever say. Thank you very much. And he's just helped me gain where we're getting to today. I had people help me in the beginning make strains for me, which, was cool, but it wasn't mine.
Yeah. What?
And
I was trying
so
to and you fucking ruined it.
so me and Polk, we decided, all right, well, let's get together, let's make something. I had some G13, and we went to a bunch of events, and we ended up picking out some seeds here and there of different things, and we ended up finding some. It's like Fiji Sunset or Hawaiian Sunset. I believe it's Hawaiian Sunset is what it's called. It was a no-brain company, and we ended up putting it together, and we came out with the G13 Hawaiian Sunsets, which we've worked for the past 3 years.
Nice.
When we finally decided to make it public is where the public came in handy again. The community, they opened their arms to me and was like, hey, let's do this. And Crimson's always been a big help on my back, keeping me straight on what I should do and what I shouldn't do. So
well, don't tell me what don't let me tell you. Oh.
Well, you have been a big help to me. Now I very much appreciate it.
You are the only in Virginia that I know that has made a cross with no name on it.
Exactly. And this is on Seed Finder. I put it as the G13 Hawaiian Sunset because I really just couldn't think of a name, even though I believe Polk wanted to call it High Sea Sunsets or something like to that effect, but something didn't click about it, so I just kept it with that name because we got other things we're working on too. Like me personally, I'm working on my Night Kong next. It's a double grape Kong breath from Photon Farms, crossed with Total Eclipse from Compound Genetics.
Nice.
And so far, from what I've bred out or ran out and tried myself, it is fantastic. So I'm excited to keep working with that one too and get that into the lineup. Well, and of course Polk himself, he's been doing a lot of his strains too. So we've got a lot of things coming out within the next year or so. One's being a cross with Crimson Strain, the Holy Moly Donut Shop.
I'm telling you, this donut shop is going to be the most cross strain out there.
Oh yeah, and I've been quite impressed with just the nose on it that he's gotten off of that one so far already, and I'm just like, wow, that's
next or in 2 weeks. Or actually, say 3 because I have to dry. But like
right.
the one I've been growing out, like the F3, which is what the female used to make the F4s.
Right.
It's same nose as Distance F2, same nose as Rolla J's or Dad Marino's F1, and
right.
Your F1 donut shop was very different.
Oh yeah,
like yours looked like a washer, like it was big. Which side did that come from?
I grow a little different than a lot of people, so I mean. I started off, I learned DWC. Yeah, it's fast. It's just not for me. I like the kind of set and forget kind of deal. And so I do all natural souls, organic souls. I have I think it's a 4 foot by 6 foot, I want to say, by 3 foot high hugelkultur bed that I have grown a lot of stuff out of in so far. But this year it's covered in strawberries, which love that because I love strawberries.
Dude, I've seen a lot of your grows in that. Sorry, Kelly. Like I know a lot about F-Scout.
Oh yeah.
I say things before something happens, and when it does, I'm just like, okay, my mindset changes. But I've seen him. I saw when this bed was built. I've seen him. When he first was growing cannabis in it. Now it's just straight strawberries, and it looks like just a sea of strawberry plants in it. And it's not the biggest box. I'm not making what is it, like basically a 4x4 space?
like
Roughly?
4 foot by 6 foot.
Okay, yeah. So raised bed, and this time just all strawberries. I was like, man, that's awesome. Because
Yeah, it produces really well. It was definitely supercharged from the beginning. But yeah, other than that, along with the breeding, I'm very active in our community, especially here in Virginia. I run my own farmers market where I have vendors from across the state come and actually set up once a month, kind of break the stigma. So I have
Right.
crafts, we have craft vendors, soil vendors, seed vendors, you name it, it's there. We're always looking for bigger and better places to have more people at, but it's all completely legal. Believe it or not, I've seen officers come right through my events, just nod their head and leave because there's nothing I'm doing illegal. And I tell people all the time, I've been accused of, setting up pop-ups before. That's never going to happen under my name. I'll put that out around the world. I will tell you that. That's not me. Other than that, let's see. Besides my involvement in the community, I'm very big with the events that do happen here in Virginia. One being the East Coast Connoisseur Cup, which is coming up this month, this month, July 26th and 27th.
Nope, it's still June.
I know, I know until tomorrow. We get it though. But that's going to be literally a 2-day kind of event. The first day is a lot of education, and then we have an after party for VIPs. That's pretty lit. Oh yeah, that's a pretty event. And the second day, which is the 27th, is our award ceremony and main event. And Wandering Hashian, he has put a lot of money and his time and efforts into what he has set up, and I've always been there to support it. He was one of the first people that asked me to help him out with an event when it came to here in Virginia, and I was very, very appreciative and what's the word for it? Proud, grateful and proud. Yeah. And then I also was asked to be a judge for another competition called February Fire, which I now sponsor each year.
I was at that one with you.
Yes, and that's gotten bigger and bigger each year. Each event has kind of played off each other and what we could do bigger and better each year, to the point that we're probably might have to move locations because of how big it's getting.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of things out where they're at.
So it's been very interesting in everything we've done, but we just keep constantly being involved. Any event that we're able to go to, we go to. Matter of fact, last year, 420 Festival was supposed to happen here in Virginia. It was a dual location festival. Well, like day before the event, it gets canceled because of lack of funds. I remember all that, but it is what it is.
There's been all attempted festivals here and stuff.
Yeah.
And just put in the side chat, our February fire here is like Colorado's DGC Cup.
Yeah.
Our Wandering Hashish Spins event, I would make it similar to Mocana Fest.
Yes.
It's very, like, we have a little bit of that. The only thing we don't have here is what Missouri does is the legal recreational sales.
Yes.
And we don't even have recreational. I mean, we're medical, only 4 plants per household. But our community is so home grower driven, indoor and outdoor, that we have grow stores and a good abundance of grow stores. Great people at that, most of them. And then we have each of those grow stores is hosting events. Each of these farms out in the middle of the boonies are hosting festivals. Like, we have a lot going on here in Virginia without having all the legalities of others. So it's a very, very tight-knit, community-driven state here.
I know. I always see stuff going on out there.
GrowGen Grow Generation, big corporation, has a bunch of stores everywhere. They put a store in Richmond. It lasted a year and a half. It's a commercial grade store in a home grower state. It's
Yep.
And like, they're great and stuff. We just don't buy in bulk here right now. In a few years or maybe next year, I mean, we might go because we're losing our current anti-cannabis governor at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get a pro-cannabis governor next year.
That'd be nice.
Carry on.
But
We
yeah,
got a lot of cool stuff here.
as far as that festival, like I said, especially a dual location, it got canceled a day or so before the actual event. Well, me and Polk, we were already set ready to go. You know, it was going to be one of our biggest events to go, you know, set up, you know, get our name out there. So we said, fuck it, we went up there anyway. Got to talking with the owner of Garrett Farms, Ian Hill. Shout out to him. He's a great person. And we sat there with Playlist for Life, which is a band organizational group deal. They bring a bunch of bands and stuff together. Very cool people. Love them to death. And after sitting there for about an hour talking with them, we smoked a little bit. We got to talking about it. We were like, screw it. Let's see how many people we can get to actually show up. We decided to go ahead and put the festival on.
Nice.
So we still did the whole festival for free. It was a free festival. Everyone that showed up, you know, we did it out of the kindness of our hearts. The food trucks, these bands that showed up, every vendor that still decided to come and set up. We all had a blast. Loved it. It's been great. Best way to put everything. It's been a ride. It's been a very big ride.
Yeah.
And we made the news on that one, which I was really
cool.
stoked about. It's been all sorts of things. Me and Polk, and originally it was Burgess, Dr. Burgess with us too, which can't wait to get him back into the group. Old man, he's doing his thing. He's growing here and there. He's kind of slowing down because of his job. But we got a group of people. Like I said, I'm community backed, and I give back to the community when I can, how I can, where I can. And I always try to keep that. Like, what I've done in this community so far has already brought me to where I'm at. And that's even made my bucket list of things. One of my biggest things growing up was I watched Jack Herrera. You know, I watched what he did as the protests and how he went against the government for cannabis, for weed. And it was a very big inspiration. Well, last year I managed to actually come across his son Mark.
Nice.
And I got to talking with him, and I've been fortunate enough that I can actually sit here today and call him up and say, hey, how you doing today? You know, would you like to come set up for an event? And, you know, what you got going on in your garden? You know, it's been awesome. I get to talk to a legend. I get to hear his perspective of how he saw things growing up. That's what I love the most. That's what I love the most about this community, is learning everybody's stories. That's what's even the most unique thing about my seeds and what we do. You can only get our seeds by seeing us in person, or through different giveaways that we'll do here and there. So I mean, that's how we like to do it. We love learning everybody's story because that's how we started. We were just a story in somebody else's mouth, and it's become bigger and better every year. And we continue to thrive, and we're going to continue to thrive and keep on going because that's what we believe in here.
Yep, love it.
That's awesome.
You've seen me vending and stuff. How often am I actually at the table caring about who's buying something?
he's like me. He's like me. I'll leave Polk at the table and I'll go wandering off. We'll go check out everybody else. Be like, oh, what you got? And most of the time, here's my thing. Like, I'll go to events and I tell people all the time, I'm not in this for money. Not a damn thing I do is for money. Crimson will even tell you. I'll sit there and half the time, someone comes to my table and they're like, oh man, I just spent my last $20 over here getting this pack of seeds. I'm like, look, man, tell you what, here's a pack of my seeds. My name's John. You know, talk to me for a minute. You know, let me know something about you. Do you have social media? You know, how can we contact and talk? Yeah, he has a pack of my seeds right there. I believe that's the feminized too. of the G13 Hawaiian Sunsets.
You sent me Fems?
Yes.
Oh, shit,
That's
son.
the right version, man.
And
I
I
like
think,
them too. But
oh heck, you still got one of my original works that I started
still
playing
have
with, and that was
your work that you don't have.
exactly what I was saying.
I actually have
Like-
that on another breeders.
And that's the great thing about it. Like, I've put in, and I'm getting right back out of this community what I've put in, and I love it, every bit of it. And that's literally what Half Skull's about. Like I said, when we came up with the name for Half Skull, the reason I even said Half Skull, one, that time I was half blind. I got a half-colored beard for whatever damn reason in life. So I said, screw it. It's always been half me, half the community, half you, half you. You know, it's never always been me. So that's why I've kept it as Half Skull Cannabis, and I won't change it. And
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love the fact you're very community oriented. That those, you know, you're the type of people that I like to surround myself with. Somebody that's very
exactly. And that's what I adore about Wandering Hashian too, because when he did the East Coast Connoisseur Cup, he actually contacted me out of the blue one day and was like, "Hey, bro, got a question for you." I was like, "Sure, what you got? Would you be a judge for my competition?"
Nice.
What?
Yeah. Heck yeah, man, let's do this. Matter of fact, I believe he even told me, he told me this morning he's actually going to come up here to the house, I believe Saturday or Sunday, and hand deliver my judge's box this year and actually come hang out for a little while. So that's going to be awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, I've conversated with him a couple times. He's a super nice dude. Super cool.
Oh, yes. Even last year, he was running a lot real behind in the judges' boxes. Well, he ended up making a trip just to my house, dropped all the boxes off at my house, and I went and distributed them to where they needed to go just to help him out.
People helping people, man. That's what it's all about.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's what we do. And it's got me great sponsors also. Like I said, I got what used to be called Commonwealth Canna. It's now called Rooting VA. One of my greatest sponsors and one of my first ever sponsors here in Virginia, or even just for any sponsorship ever, you know. Soil. I love the soil. We don't really do anything special. You know, I love promoting his product because he is local. And Dynamico, ever since I've talked with them, they've always been great with me. They're being very patient with my Dynamico challenge that I've had some issues with so far, but I'll get it back on track. But yeah, that's what we do. If there's anything else you'd like to know, just ask me. I'm an open book. I may ramble a bit, but I'm an open book.
That's what I was going to ask you. What was your most passionate moment, or what drove you the most? What was that deep spark? But you pretty much covered that on your own, so that was you went right into it, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I have times where I like to talk my ass off, and there's times where I'm quieter than a mouse in church, and so I mean,
I'm the same way. So I'm curious though, how long were you actually half blind then, where your sight was?
All right, in about 2008, I was doing electrical. I was an electrician by trade growing up. From the age 19 all the way up till today, I still do electrical. I made the stupid mistake of not wearing safety glasses on a job site and bending over too close to an exposed panel that had wire sticking up, and a copper wire actually went into this eye right here. Got lodged for a second, and I didn't think nothing about it. I swatted it out, you know, and I kept on moving. I had a little blurry vision for a couple of days, but it cleared up. I didn't think nothing about it. Skip back to about a couple of years ago. My eye started turning a whole different direction, and I couldn't see out of it no more. So we went and got it looked at, and there was a 97% mass blockage that was in my eye, causing me not be able to see, and it was causing this eye to strain, so this eye was losing its sight altogether.
Wow.
So before I actually had the surgeries itself, I was at the point where I either had to have my phone extremely close to my face. I'm talking about the thing was less than this far from my face to be able to see anything. And that's how I'd go up to people and be like, "Hey, how you doing? You know, tell me about your problem." I'm still going to these events blind as fuck. Without that phone, all I saw was shadows.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who you were, nothing except by your voice. That's the only way I was able to tell. So I ended up getting the double cataract surgery. So I have 2 plastic lenses for what used to be, you know, the flesh lenses in my eyes.
Right.
I can see amazingly now, which I'm grateful for. I had to wear glasses here and there for some things, but other than that, I've been able to drive again. I've been able to read labels on the back of ingredients of stuff, so I know what I'm actually doing with it instead of just going, that might work. You know, we've all done our experimentations, and I've definitely experimented a lot, and I've just simplified my shit down to the point where I have a koi pond, and I'm pretty sure Crimson can find a picture on my Instagram to show the koi pond that I have, and I use the water from that to feed all my plants, whether it be vegetable, flowers, my cannabis, any of it. That's all I use to water. Every now and then I will take that water and I will put it into a stock tank also that I keep circulated up. Once in a while I'll add like a ferment to it, or I'll add, you know, like a soil pH cleanser, because I have very hard soil if I decide to go straight into ground. So I try to find something that balances it out, and it's worked pretty damn well so far. I've grown some monsters over here.
Yeah.
I can't bring it up. I can't get my Instagram on my browser right now.
Oh, dang it. But yeah, freaking, you can always check out my Instagram. All these pictures, everything I do is on Instagram now. Yeah, the website also. I can't remember what the hell it is, but I have one. It's constantly being worked on. I still need to add some things to it, but it's hard trying to do all this stuff and do it for free because you really don't have money to do this stuff. Yeah. But I think I've done pretty good so far. Of course, I got the About Me and, you know, about Polk himself. I actually managed to get Polk to move from North Carolina to Virginia to do what we're doing. So that was awesome.
And you can go on your website and get background on Mr. Polk.
Mr. Polk,
that you can.
Background poll. Now we know all about you.
That's right. And then we also had special help with the Feminized project from Mr. Bauer. And I have a little bio about him also.
Very cool.
Mr. Bauer is a veteran himself and spends a lot of time at home and wanted something to do and asked if he could, and I said sure. And I haven't seen any bad results come out of it. From what I've ran of them, they all come out good, all uniform, so I'm very happy with it. And of course, I got some information about, you know, cannabis history on here. Because you can't have a website without a little bit of history, you know. More about
you went with for the farmers market.
Yeah, believe it or not, that picture for the picture right there is from Garrett Farms. Actually, this is off in the woods of Garrett Farms.
Oh, that's funny. That's a really cool Garrett Farms.
And I love going there. Beautiful place in the middle of Roanoke Valley, or Roanoke, Virginia, right in the middle of the valley of the mountains. Amazing place. Absolutely love it. And then, of course, we got
never been to Virginia, but I will.
Oh yeah, there's your test results for your D13.
Yep, and I found out those results right there are also from a 2-week early pull. So
I feel like, you know, you're already been hunting and you know, working some of this. I would do another full lab.
Do another.
Oh, I intend to.
Terpene profile test. Yeah.
Oh, I intend to. I have a T-check, but we all know how T-checks are.
Is that the one I have that you don't still have, treasure map? No.
There's a couple people that have the treasure map, but they never labeled it, so they don't know what seeds is what anymore.
It's in my
You probably have my collaboration with Little Black Dog Cannabis from Hopewell, and that's probably Storm's Wish.
Yeah, I have those seeds. Yep, you're right.
Storm's Wish. Not even on the website?
No. Those are something you played with, and I really loved it.
You can't even release it. I have them.
And then, of course, the music videos. Oh my God, I love these guys. By the way, CGR Productions here in Chesterfield, Virginia. The music video right there stars 3 of my good friends.
Oh, that's cool.
They are CGR Productions.
Where's that little?
Brandon.
Hold on.
Yep. As you see, I am in the music video itself.
Does it go back? That's it.
And that's me right there too, shooting the ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Half skull. He's wearing the shirt. Oh, there he is.
And then I'm also right there. So yeah.
Cool. There
See
we
the
go.
side of your ear.
All right, now
Yeah.
Good time for sharing other
That's
people.
cool, man.
But yeah, I'm always about. That's even when I started vending. Like I did something totally unique when it come to vending. I didn't sell anything. I came to vending spots to actually promote everybody else that was around me.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like something I would do. You know, fuck my own shit, you know?
But yeah, CGR Productions, those guys, they are an independently signed label here in Virginia. Brandon Quick and his brother LJ Switch have been on America's Got Talent. They have been all over the place. They work with a lot of big names around the country. Matter of fact, one of the reels I set out earlier today on Instagram, that I was talking about, the East Coast Connoisseur Cup, the Backpack Boys. That's a local Richmond group that's starting to come up in name. So I'm always promoting, the local scene as much as I can. But the music video itself, the white boy that's in it, the one that I'm right in the mix of, his name is David McKee, goes by Section 8. He is one of my best friends. Like, I can call this man and be like, hey, let me borrow $20. This man be like, sure, bro, I got you. He's always been one of those really down to earth people, and he'll speak his mind too. Don't get me wrong, he'll speak his mind, and he does in his lyrics too. But that music video was such a blast to do with them because it was at a bar literally 5 minutes up the street from my house. The bar was brand new. It only been open for 2 days, and we get to go in there, freaking do a whole music production video.
That's cool.
And I'm sitting there fucking with a big ass fucking joint, but I never actually lit it in the bar on the stage on camera. Had to walk outside and light it, but I had it all rolled up and shit. And he's just like, I got this special part just for you, because in the song, my boy David is sitting there going, let me get a beer, better make it 2. All this fucking shit that I've been going through, that'll make a sober man want to choose, even maybe hit a little marijuana too. And that's where I pop in, and because he knew I was coming up. He's always known I've been in the cannabis scene, and the weed scene, always been about it. It's always been fun. Love them guys. Everything they're doing, they've got great accomplishments. Like, you've got to check them out if you haven't already checked them out. You would be amazed at what these guys can do.
That's sweet.
I want to do a quick shout out to just everyone that showed up tonight. Dad's Grow, This Tank, Growing in 757, Frankie's, Dr. Burgess, Green Meds, Root Nerds.
What's up, everybody?
Kind of combos with Sly.
Oh, Sly Loco. I got to do it back to him. Wonderful garden, my friend. Wonderful.
Awesome.
I've been following Sly for the longest time, even before legalization here in this state. I can tell you what, that man's a legend in my book. I don't care.
Sly's amazing. He's the one I hold responsible for me showing my face on camera, because I would not do it until he go on to his thing, and ever since
everybody's got their part in this community, and that's what I love. Everybody's got a part. You could be the biggest. You could be the biggest asshole in the community, and guess what? There's still a part for you somewhere.
Yes. For the audience, real quick, there is another chat. I did see that this stream is connected to the old channel, so we're going to correct
so you're on
that
2
before
channels.
next week. I didn't know about that until all of a sudden I saw, I came from the other chat, sitting there like, and then I look at the StreamYard, it's connected to Growmie Talk, connected to Growmie Talk podcast, and connected to Green Ear's Twitch. So I was like, we're on 3 channels, right? 4 channels.
Triple
right
stream. Oh, what? Holy shit!
Right, we're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
caption on the other channel says "We moved" in all capital letters, and the show title is We Moved. So that way it was, in case people were still going there. Or
filtering over until we
they would see that it was. Yeah.
I got you.
So hopefully they picked up on that. So, yeah. Actually, Sly was, I remember seeing him on an interview. I can't remember whose show it was. And it was at a time when mine where I let him bed way too long. I mean, these girls were huge. They were like my height. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to run out of space and everything. So, and here I saw him on a live and he was like, yeah, man, I grow big butts, like taller than me and all this. I was like, okay, I'm going to reach out to this person. I'm going to DM and I hope he's got some advice for me because I don't know what's going to happen. These girls are going to, when they hit like flower, he was just like, no, you just want to go ahead and break them and snap them. He's like, and get them down as low as you can. He goes, and then just support them and hang them up and like get them up on some, you know, like hang them from the top and all that. And I was like, okay, I got this. I got this. It worked. Yeah. But man, those suckers were so big. But literally, he was just like the coolest and so super nice and helpful. He didn't know me from Adam. Had never, like, you know, I had just learned of his show, but I literally just saw him on an interview and reached out to him, and he gave me advice just like that. Like, it was nothing. So, I've been him ever since. And then he had me on his show once. He made it to the Growmie Talk Getaway, which was super cool. Him and Cynthia.
I was so glad that he made it. And
Heck yeah.
Right? He's such a character, too. I love, I'm the same with you.
And he had to pick up that table. How's your back doing there? Fucking Sly, I hope you're doing all right. He fucking made me pick up the table with him, and he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. And then his back started hurting.
Whoops. Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right.
Not good.
Too bad.
Sorry, I'm learning stuff about the StreamYard right now.
Of course you are.
I do want to bring up something you have in the works, I believe, with a fellow Growmie by the name of Frankie's.
Oh, that dude.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess the cat's about to be out the bag a little bit. I'm about to with Frankie's work. We're about to come out with the half skull treasure chests. So we're about to have a whole new packaging going on. Kind of like Crimson with his caskets. We're gonna have the half skull deals right there. They'll be kind of glow in the dark too. They'll be able to fit your seeds, and when you're done, you'll be able to put your joints and stuff inside of them.
Oh, that's fucking cool, dude! I love it.
More seed containers. Let's go.
Dude,
exactly.
He's gonna fucking become the go-to package guy, man. I tell you, everyone's gonna have their own custom packaging, and it's all gonna be.
Oh yeah. And it's not just that. We're also working with Polk's packaging too. We're trying to figure out exactly how we want to do his, but we're gonna have Frankie's working with that also, because he's more of a Vault Boy kind of deal. Like he likes everything Fallout. So.
I'm excited for him. I can't wait. I like to live, and it looks so different when you're looking at a 3D file print, you know. But like, he literally is going all out, and he's getting wood filament. Like it'll come out looking like wood because of the
wood grain and everything. Yeah.
And all the yellow you see is actually going to be glow in the dark. So it's going to be like a cursed box. You know, it's going to be cursed when you see it.
Get like little Lego gold coins and throw it in there. You know.
Well, I have my tokens that I already do in all my seed packs. So you'll already have a token in there too.
We'll have to see what size.
Oh, I'm gonna have to grab me one of those when they come out, man. That's fucking
right.
Cool. I love it.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for him.
Frankie reached out to me to make him a logo for his company, so I'm working on that.
Very nice.
A few other things. So
Frankie's just gave it away because I forget. We both didn't mention it. Oh, that.
Yes, the easy glow in the dark.
Yeah, in the dark.
Yep.
It'll be amazing, Frank. It's gonna be amazing, dude.
I'm only doing one coffin that's glow in the dark, and that'll be the Ronald Reagan. It just makes sense. Alien space.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Definitely gonna get I don't have any of your genetics.
I know. I gotta get you some of the genetics. Plus, you've been working on my artwork, so I should be having shirts and stuff soon enough.
Yeah, I gotta fucking
Very
put
cool.
together some stuff. That half skull, it gives me a trouble with that half skull. It always makes
You
it
ain't lying.
weird, man.
I even
don't know.
try on freaking all the other AI things trying to come up with something just for, different posts I do. And it's so
Yeah.
freaking hard. It's like,
It is, man. I
man,
get
why?
prompt and it's just not giving me what I want. I'm like, come on, man, what the hell?
Like, it's easy. Come
Close,
on, you
it's
just do
not
half
there.
a skull. It's
Yeah.
easy.
It
No,
always
it's not
does
that
make
easy.
it like Two-Face from Batman.
Yeah, he kept
Yeah.
Two-Faced images.
I mean, I love my logo enough that I went ahead and had it tattooed on me. So
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should take your
Mine's
logo.
not half a skull, but mine's a candle wax melt skull. But there's a little spot. There's a finger right here, right? Okay,
Uh-huh.
finger here. But the head. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Looks like a wiener. Sorry, like
you would.
Nice. You got a wiener on your arm.
I was like, come on, dude. He's like, you can't really
Jealous?
get fingers any other way. I'm sorry. I was like, all right.
I got skulls everywhere on me. I mean,
Yeah, I got
Like we
Hey,
had
look,
the
holes.
fingernail.
my stoner buddy.
Yeah.
You always got to go around with your stoner buddy, no matter what.
Very cool.
Dude,
That's
this has
everywhere.
a half skull tattoo as well.
Oh, fucking distant. Shout out
Nice.
to you, my friend.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
man.
bro, you're in the new. Just if you haven't found the new channel and you're watching from the old one, just type in Growmie Talk Podcast, and that is the name of the channel. So it'll be at Growmie Talk Podcast on YouTube from now on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's
Are you
right.
gonna?
Subscribe, and then you'll always find it.
Are you gonna what do you call it?
Oh, and I thought about it.
Is he gonna
I was a
disable that
featured
up?
artist once for Chalk the Block back home, which is it's the great big chalk drawings that they do.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was one of their featured artists for it. But my very first one I did was as a tribute to my sister who died of cancer back in 1996, and I did a half skull and half her face. And then I had big angel wings from it. That was like 9 foot by 12 foot wide. It was gone in 3 days, but yeah. So that was a half skull one too. Pretty cool.
There you go.
That
I just
was
thought
last
of that.
3 days, huh?
Yeah.
That's
It
right.
was like 9 hours of grueling work, and that was the first one that I did. So I was in pain afterwards because like your hands are raw and everything from you're just coloring on the street, literally.
Yeah.
But I'd show a picture of it, except IG killed my page, so on my
Imagine we
artwork.
get finished.
Mine too, yeah.
Wouldn't that be a bummer?
Both of them.
But yeah, I do that. So I'm curious. Like back in the day, you said when everybody was kind of helping you with like the growing and the tilling and everything like that. Can you go into that a little bit more? To me, that's super interesting because that's kind of like your background or like the heart of how it all started. You know, when you needed the community most and they were there. So that also kind of rolls into why you feel the way you do with the community now and supporting everybody else.
Exactly. Like I said, the group that came out was just a bunch of people from the community. They came out. They built the Hugo culture bed. They leveled the ground, and I felt kind of helpless because they're doing all this work, and I couldn't really see exactly what they're doing. But while they're doing that, I grabbed a shovel and I started digging and feeling my way around. And believe it or not, my koi pond, I put all that together while blind.
Yep.
Nice.
Like, I think you have an advantage right now because you have been blinded. You have experienced blindness. I mean, like this guy could not see nothing.
Yo, he could tell you.
Like he was
He could
guided
definitely tell.
around when I first met him and stuff. Like, but he has an advantage, even though, especially now that he can see again after the multiple surgeries, because he was still growing by feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Purely by instinct, yeah.
Like,
Oh
how
yeah.
many branches do I have? How many nodes do I have? I'm sitting here just imagining being a grower and I can't see. How
Oh
would
yeah.
how would I still breathe? Like, okay. do I
It
have
was
to-
difficult.
Yeah.
But you adapt. Blind people can do a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
getting,
when we
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
Ever since it's tingle too.
were you
Oh,
getting
yeah.
familiar with just feeling your way through it? Was that something that you were getting the hang of, or?
I was still relying a lot on my phone, and like I said, I had that phone that far from my face at all times, so I was getting real down into everything, real close. And there's even one picture back when I first started posting my plants on Instagram where somehow or another I managed to get the phone on the other side of the plant to take a picture while I'm wearing these glasses that I still couldn't see out of.
Oh,
And I was looking like a scene out of Breaking Bad for a second. And I was like, oh, okay, it works.
Yeah.
But no, it came to a lot of work. Like I said, Pulp came up here. He came over a lot. He helped me out. I've had Gobble Grows, another local grower near me. He came out a lot and helped me out. I had a handful of people that just would come and help me. Matter of fact, even Fluffy Ferret Farms came from north of the state down one day just to bring me a supply, some bud and some other stuff, and just to see what I needed around the house that he could help me out with for a little while. And that was awesome. I never even asked him for it. And I'm trying to give him everything I can. Like, hey, you want this, man? Here, if you want this, you can have it. You know, and that's just how I am. I mean, like I said, I've had people that have walked past up to my table and they'd be like, "Oh, I can't afford that pack," and I'll sit there. You know, I'll be like, "You know what? Here, take the pack. Just contact me. Let me know what you think about it. You know, give me some feedback." Yeah, because that's just how I am. I mean, if you come up to me and you don't get enough from me, yeah, I feel kind of bummed, but I'm not there for the sale. I wanted to get to know that person just that much, you know, a little bit more. And, you know, you came up to my table. That means there's a reason you were coming to my shit. So come talk to me. I just look unapproachable. I'm actually nice as I can be until I'm very not. But
my wife says that about me. She says, "You look very mean and angry all the time, so you're very intimidating to come up to." But
I know when people come see me in events, if it's late in the day of the event, I'm more likely so blitzed off my ass that I'm sitting in a chair probably looking like this, like,
yeah, you just look angry. You just fucking.
That was my dad. Like, everybody was scared to death of him. They was like, "Your dad looks so mean." I'd be like, "If you know my dad, he's the biggest teddy bear on the planet. Like, shy, quiet, and would do anything for anybody. But he had that look. Like, everybody was just intimidated by him."
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I've relied on the community, and like I said, ever since I've gotten better, I still have a lot of the followers that followed me through that whole time that still talk to me, and I watch their lives. You know, I see what they're doing. I spent a lot of my day taking care of my yard, trying to find another job, and drinking. On top of that, I'll scroll through Instagram and Facebook all day long just to see what everybody's been up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like there'll be days I'll hit somebody's page and be like, all right, I missed that many posts from them. All right, and like.
Yeah, Instagram, dude, it hides your posts from people. Like me, I get 36 to 38 of the same people like my stuff. But then if I collaborate with someone, that number will jump up to like 100.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, I've got 3,000 followers, and so you're only showing it to 30 fucking people? Like, what the fuck is that? You know? But shadow ban, dude. They don't like us.
Oh yeah, my account on Instagram has been banned from, you know, promoting anything for like 2 years, and I still numbers keep going up. I'm just like, fuck the algorithm.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you just got to keep doing what you're doing, you know? Fuck.
Right. One day it might say I have 26,000. One day it might say I have 24,000. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's gonna go up and down. Whatever.
Okay, we have about 10 minutes left, so what I'm going to do real quick is we want to wait towards the end. You know, the diehards, the most, you know, all the support in the chat, we're waiting towards the end, or at least I was planning to do big support. Like, when are you going to do these things? I was like, all right. So what we're doing tonight is we are giving away some seeds.
What?
That's right.
I wasn't made aware of this.
So we're gonna I'm gonna start collecting comments, but let me share this tab and.
Like I said, I have a thing. I don't like to see anybody go without.
Okay, so what are we able to get? What are you able to get? What are you winning? You're going to win, first off, because of our guest Half Skull Cannabis, you're going to win a G13 and Hawaiian Sunset pack of seeds.
That's right.
Up to Half Skull if he sends you the regs or fems or both.
Oh, you'll get the fems. Trust me, you'll get the fems. Because
also,
them regs are fun. Them regs are fun. They can go from 16 foot to 3 foot.
Good. Where that pump? So let's pick. You're getting a pack of these, and also,
oh shit! Drop that mic.
I'm going to be throwing in one of the blacked out F4 Holy Moly Donut shops.
There you go.
Blacked out coffin though, not the green accent ones that come in the box set. But these are still dope.
And they still are, and they still got seeds. So yeah.
So put in hashtag Half Skull, and you get your chance to win both of these.
That's right.
Nice.
Oh, let's go.
And
you have Skull
Right.
throwing in.
While the
One both, and then report
going,
which one you think is better.
people are entering. What advice would you have for the new grower?
New grower,
Yeah.
honestly, don't get all into the hype. Find something that just works for you. Because no matter what, we could, all four of us right here could be telling you how each of us grow. But we're all at the end going to get the same result. So you find what works for you. It's great to experiment. Don't go spending thousands of dollars on seeds that you want to experiment on.
No,
If that random buddy down the street says, "Hey, I got a couple seeds out of this bag right here. You want them? Take those. Experiment with those."
Yeah.
But honestly, just take your time with things. I mean, don't get all into the hype. Just take your time, find what works for you, and stick with it.
I love it.
Very good.
Well said.
Absolutely.
There's so many options, but
Oh yeah.
just grab.
I think my biggest
For
growing
plant.
mistake was all the stuff that I bought that I didn't need. That I was, it was kind of like a 50-50. I should have listened to some advice, and then I was kind of just trying to get whatever I could that sounded like the next, like something cool that might work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought quite a few things that I ended up using like maybe once, and then now
Yeah.
and it's like,
Right, like, yeah, this ain't working.
someday I'll use them. Someday. I don't know when, but someday.
Right.
Right.
And then another thing I want to do, so I kind of want to roll this. This isn't my idea; it's off of one of my favorite podcasts does this. But I wanted to have you ask a question that will be given to our next guest.
Ooh.
If you could ask any question, and then our next guest will be required to answer that.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
you don't, he doesn't even get to know what the next guest is
Oh,
or who
wow.
they are.
No idea.
Tell you.
Hmm.
No, well, do you want to tell him, or do you want to just be like, just give me a question?
It's Burner.
I'd like to have it.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I might not be as nice with my question.
All right,
So on the 7th, we have green meds. You're welcome to know who it is.
Oh, green meds.
oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
So if you could ask them any questions.
That's awesome. I'll be there for that.
Okay. All right. This would be the question. Throughout growing up, what made you want to be into cannabis, and why? And who was your biggest, influencer?
Very nice.
Ooh. Don't
And
answer
don't
now.
answer that in the comments if you're in
Don't
there.
answer now.
I see you in there. Don't answer now.
You've got time to think about it.
Think about it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
That'll
can
be
see him
where-
typing it in right
I
now.
like it.
Delete it.
Yeah.
That is a good one too. What's a strain that got away?
Yeah.
I haven't made that many to have one that got away yet.
The strain that got away from me was Treasure Map. That was my 2009 East Coast Kush. Across the unicorn cookies.
True, if you can't get that one anymore.
Yep.
Yep.
That one was a fun one. That one tasted good. I just ran myself out of seeds.
Yeah.
So you
Cheers.
just
Literally.
threw out everything you had.
Or
you
the
had no
Pinot
more
that
seeds
got
left?
away.
Uh huh.
Yeah. You didn't
Thought
clone
I was
it.
good and go back. I was like, oh.
Okay, I have one. I definitely have one of those because of like
That's
that.
exactly what I would do if I were to breed something. I would just lose track and just all my seeds and be like, "Fuck, that was great," and now I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh
thinking,
yeah.
I love it.
Because that one, it was literally like grandma's sugar cookies with that vanilla frosting on top. Oh, it tasted perfectly. The graham cracker tasting, everything was amazing.
I can
I haven't had a strain that smoked like a s'mores yet.
Just a s'mores.
Chocolate, graham cracker, marshmallow, flake mix combination. I'll be like, I'm taking this one camping. I don't even need to buy the supplies anymore. I'll just smoke it.
Right? We'll just smoke the s'mores from now on.
But then I'll still have them because I got this, 6-year-old. Yeah. All right. We got a few minutes left, so I say we roll this winner. Roll that beautiful.
You only got, what, 9 entries?
Bean footage.
I'm really glad I figured out the giveaway tool thing. Actually, I thought I had it ready, or it was something that was just in the options on the StreamYard, and then all of a sudden I was like, it's not here. And then I figured out how to get to it.
Figured it out. That's good.
Yeah. Well, with practice, I got pretty good at doing things on the fly.
Yeah.
It's like you have to prepare for everything, and then when I was like live gaming streaming, I just wasn't prepared for everything, but I learned very quickly something that wasn't working or something, or mic was wrong, or just stuff happens when you're live,
Yeah.
And I've probably experienced every little flip you can deal with for the most part, so like I'm usually prepared, but it still doesn't mean I'm not like, okay, now it's time to scramble. But it's like you don't see it as much because it's just like, okay, I'm looking over here, like I'm getting it done, but the audience doesn't know entirely. All right, let's run it. Everyone, last chance. All right, you got 30 seconds.
Mr. G.
When it says not only 4 on my clock, we're gonna roll it. One strawberry cup I've grown that I'm pretty sure was the actual real thing. Probably. I mean, those are not that hard to get a hold of from what I'm understanding.
Yeah,
strawberry puff seeds, strawberry puff clones of the real thing.
I've got seeds. I don't know how real they are, but I think Thurgood sent them to me from one of the older seed banks from Amsterdam. I forget which one.
Well, I also got to do an invite to the Growmie Talk Discord.
That's right.
Dude, next year we got to invite a bunch more people to the Growmie.
Oh, we're gonna hopefully
have a huge thing, dude. I think that would be rad. We could fucking take over.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big plans in the work for next year, so definitely.
Dude, that would be so cool. I mean, it would be amazing.
Yeah. We're gonna make it a bigger family reunion.
Yeah,
we're at 59. Here we go. 59 minutes, 27 seconds.
Hello,
James Rickman. What's up, dude?
Good evening.
Oh, there's old man 420 right there. That's my stepdad.
I can't wait for next year too, and I kind of want to go during October thing too. But but Growmie Talk Getaway next year. Like I have something planned to share by then. So got some work to do before then. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna finally gatekeep something.
All right, let's find out who our winner is. We just hit an hour.
If you're gatekeeping your own shit, does that count?
No, dude. You're just
you're waiting for the right moment to release it. That's all.
Bam.
Get your ducks in a row.
How can we smuggle me to the U.S.? I want to go. Get your passport. Come on, man.
Dude, just catch a ride with.
Actually, I'm getting my passport, so I'm hoping to go to something I think around like where 420 thing is, because it's straight north, and I'm on the East Coast, and I'm on the ocean front, so like straight up, and I want to go. I want to do like a doesn't have to be a big thing, but I want to meet some Canadian Growmies. And
absolutely.
I want to fish.
I would love to go to Canada, but I don't know if do they let felons through the border, or strict?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That would be awesome to go see.
I know we had a couple that couldn't because Growmie got away.
Yeah.
They couldn't get through, like to come down.
Or, not that they couldn't get through, whatever was going on at that time,
Yeah.
in relation to it, they didn't have the ability to go through.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I'm just curious how they are with their border policy, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Right. All right,
Well, I
so
don't know.
we
As far
go
as I know, I just need a passport.
Not applying for residency or anything. It's just a
Yeah,
visit.
just a visit.
Yeah, just a
I've heard
visit.
people say
Like, on vacation, like.
trying to go through, they don't. They're strict.
But the last time I was in Canada was when you didn't need a passport. Like, I don't even remember an ID check. You just went to Canada.
Yeah, it used to be like Mexico here, where you didn't just go through with your.
It's just a 3-hour drive north there, bud. Go to the casino when you're 18 and smoke cigarettes. Ooh. We did. We were freaking 18-year-olds
Yeah,
trying to figure out how to have fun.
Yeah.
Wait until we're 21. Where do you go? You go to either Michigan, which allowed you to gamble, I believe, at 18, and Canada that allowed you to smoke and gamble at 18, something like that. It was just like a 2-hour drive north, though, for us. It's like,
Tijuana.
2 hours later, I'm in. Oh yeah, I'm in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't even bring up that accent because it's a common Canadian accent just to kind of play on them. Most of them don't even have that. You have to be like the French Canadian thick to really hear that.
Yeah.
But honestly, in northern Wisconsin, we all kind of talk like this and run to the store real quick once and have a couple 2-3 beers. And my dad still answers the phone going, "Hello, Tim's."
Yeah, a lot of
we use a lot of D's up there.
You can't really
store,
tell,
not the
can't
Bears.
really tell they're Canadian when they speak unless there's certain words like about.
It's always about.
Like, yeah, it's those certain words that you're like, Canadian, gotcha.
Oh, their northern pike. When I went on a canoe trip in the Canadian boundary waters, the northern pike was missing. Anyways, let's roll this beautiful beam footage.
Yes.
Because
let's see who the winner's going to be.
How awesome Canada
Lucky
is.
number 13. Let's see.
All right, hey, G13, 13 entries for the G13. I like that.
That's perfect.
That's interesting.
I'm drawing.
Okay, let's see.
You had your chance.
Yep, run it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Mrs. Triple C.
There you go.
Good game. Congratulations.
Good.
You were,
Congrats.
you're getting a pack of G13 Hawaiian Sunsets from Half Skull Cannabis and a Blacked Out Donut Shop.
Yeah.
Are courteous, are made by Fricky. He's in the chat.
Very nice.
That's right.
Organics, if you need something, just hit me up.
Yeah, next this motherfucker. You know we got the full.
Like, come on, man. Look you up, but like Growmies are Growmies. Like most, I guess, me and Half Skull are very much the same. We didn't start breeding because we want to make a bunch of money. I started breeding medicine for myself because I wanted consistency. So the hookup nearby is not ever consistent because I always have different strains. And then growing everybody's stuff is just inconsistent. So I'm like, I really want the same medicine, and then I'll grow everything else. But I kind of do a mix of both. I make my medicine and I grow other people's stuff, and it's like, oh, let's try this one.
Oh, what's up, school? Tiny?
Panero! You're late.
And we've got
the giveaway has ended. We have a winner.
Yep.
Yes. So we've got Ganix and Sea Bunny both coming on the 14th, I believe. I have to double check.
Okay, so stream that next week.
Tune in to the live.
Yep, tune in next Monday night we're gonna switch it to 8 Central. Luckily Sly, Can of Combos with Sly, aka Loco, does not have a video tonight, I believe. So otherwise, I would be making sure. Actually, go check
Everybody
out
rolls
the
over.
anyways. But normally on Monday nights after Growmie Talk is over, you can go check out Sly, aka Locals, live at 9 or 8. Yeah, it would be 8 Central.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that that covers everything for tonight. You want to take it away, Kelly? It's your show.
I just want to say a big thank you for coming on tonight and being so open and sharing your story with us. So that's
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Part of this. Thank you so much, and for giving
Thank
away.
you.
We love that.
Not a problem.
And hope to see more of you for sure.
Oh, definitely. I'm always in the Discord. If I'm not in the Growmie Talk Discord, I'm in Crimson's or I'm in L's. I'm everywhere.
I think everybody can agree in the chat, whoever watches this episode after it's over, that even if we want to grow our own and for ourselves and then all of a sudden we have something really good, or we're breeding for ourselves and then for others and stuff, but once you create something or you grow something and you have it and you're like, I'm very proud of this, this is where the desire to share it comes in. And that's my favorite part of it all. Is like it's like I just want somebody to try it. Like, tell me what you think. Do you love it as much as I do? And if you don't, you know, it's great. I love it. But you know, at the same time, you do want to share. You want to share your grows as soon as you're growing. You know, you want people to see. You want to share, and I love that aspect of this.
Yeah, dude, you know how excited I was to share that Bubba J with everybody when I got out there? I was like, I was just going to bring this.
You know how excited I was when I got home?
I brought a bigger jar and showed it to him. Well, fuck that. I'm bringing more. I'm sharing this shit, you know? Oh, man. I love sharing this.
All right. Last question. What do you see for the future of Hapskull?
Ooh. I see us having a lot more strains, a lot more locations with the farmers markets, and who knows? We might find ways to do bigger and better events throughout the year. So it's always going to be something.
Something I would love to see out here in Arizona. That would be awesome. Being able to share your flower at a farmer's market.
Well, see, we don't do the sharing of flour or anything like that at my farmer's market. It's literally because we don't have the retail sales. There's no sale of there's no sale of flour.
There's adult sharing, like we're allowed to share with each other.
Yeah, you could do that. But like in my markets, like I said, you have your seed vendors, your soil vendors, your craft vendors. You know, it's a little mix of everything. I even have food vendors that come out that even have infused foods or uninfused foods. So I try to bring a little mix of everything to the general public, saying, hey, you know, we can be together, do the same stuff, and it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's legal.
Yeah.
Learn about it. We provide you education within this. This is why I bring the vendors I bring. Because we all have knowledge. We're all willing to teach you something.
Yeah.
Well, and it's so much bigger than just the individual flower. So many aspects of the industry, the community, the culture itself.
Exactly. One of my vendors is Canna Soap. He makes soaps from the trim of his plants that actually help as an exfoliation within his soaps that he sells. And they actually work really well, too. I ain't gonna lie.
They're not infused or anything. It's just like, you know, he takes the vegetative leaf and puts it within the soap so that when the soap gets down, you rub on that leaf and that actually helps exfoliate.
Yeah.
Like any bar soap with stuff in it for that, but
oh yeah,
I just like his. You know, he uses cannabis leaves for it. It's not like
cannabis leaves,
soap.
all natural stuff.
Me, there are people out there. There's great, wonderful people out there. Bless their hearts. That are like, can you get high on that soap?
No. You can try. It might not be the high you want.
You can try it, and it ain't gonna work.
I mean, it absorbs the skin. They want, you know, they wanted to know. I understand. I was like, no, it's not infused. Because that's what it was like. Is it infused? I was like, no, it's just got leaf in it for exfoliation.
Yeah, that's this. I picked this up at Kindway Farms. I know So I got a thing of it too. Actually, he tried it and he loved it so much they bought the sample because it was all she had left, and she just gave it to him. But yeah, this is like amazing. It's supposed to be pain relief, but it's got like shea butter and mango butter and then THC and everything. Let me tell you, I started putting this under my eyes, boy. I tell you, it's like perfect. You talk about glow, and yeah, check that out. You can't tell how old I am. I sent her a message. I was like, "Hey, I need to know what's in this because I have the most sensitive skin on the planet, and I used this one day because I was like just feeling kind of tired. And I was like, hey, this did not break me out. This just made me like glow. And I was like, I'm on this. I was like, I need like a gallon of it. I was like,
you sell this in a vat. Right?
I need
to get a 55-gallon drum.
Real quick question for L from School of Crop. When we were at Mocana Fest, you handed him, or it might have been when we were on the strip, but you handed him a J. Was that Bubba J in your J?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't quite remember, but it's most likely because that was the one I was most
You did have a lot of Bubba JJs with you.
Yeah, that was like the one I kept rolling up, you know.
Nice.
So it overtook the Gary's Moon Rock, man, I tell you what.
School of Crop and ADHD are going to try to do an event. Well, you should talk with Vixen because she's in the area. Like, Vixen is why everybody made it to Missouri and was able
Vixen
to meet
is the only reason we all made it down there and got together, dude. She was amazing.
Like, just
Hey, if you're thinking about October, holler at me because I'm playing with the idea of an October event for just a couple days.
A Halloween event?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, let me tell you. So first of all, two of the biggest haunts in the United States, which is Creepy Town and The Darkness, are both in like St. Louis. They're like 20 minutes apart. And then they take Six Flags. Great for kids. They take Six Flags and they turn it into a horror theme park with like zombies running around, and they got mini haunted houses in it. All the roller coasters are themed out, and it's like all black and purple and green, and it's like super cool at night.
That's right up this guy's alley.
Right?
Are you pointing at me?
Yeah, you fool.
The Missouri Penitentiary, the state penitentiary, they do the ghost tours like in the middle of the night, and then they do.
That's what we're doing next year. It is on the list.
Oh yeah, I've already got it planned out.
I know they do ghost tours, but don't they do it like overnight stuff?
Yes, yeah. There's like a 3 hour and it's either a 5 and an 8 or a 3 and a 5. So you can go for like as long as you know they got different levels of it. They have just a short 2 hour tour, and then they have the actual ghost hunting tour.
Yeah, that's
what I'm doing. So I don't know about y'all, but man,
we did one here like 2 years ago. We did some haunted plantation house. It was like a fairy house. Plantation's gone, but the house is still there.
Yeah.
And totally creepy, totally haunted. And my buddy who invited me to it, I do not get scared easily. But if you do a startle scare, a pop scare, you're going to scare anybody. Like, I have learned this in being an actor in a haunted attraction for a while. Like, so easy, even the toughest guys will, damn it, you know. So I didn't know who wandered off in this house to where, and he talked to the people that were like explaining the rooms and stuff also before we got like let loose to like explore and then sleep wherever we wanted. There was this casket on display in the parlor room with sheet around it. You couldn't see under the table.
Yeah.
And I went in there like already 6-8 times, right? So I'm not thinking now it's like 4 a.m. and my buddy was just waiting for me to come back and grab my ankle when I was next to the coffin. And we already just did like 3 hours of ghost hunting. We're like, you fucker.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But that's the thrill. That's why I go do that ghost hunting stuff and haunted house stuff, because of that rush you get. Like people that I love roller coasters too. Same, different rush, but that's what you're going after, that adrenaline rush.
I don't think I'm into roller coasters. I've been seeing too many people fly off them lately, and like gravity's not my friend. So.
We've been rewatching the Final Destination series because we just watched the
Yeah.
we just finished the one with the roller coaster at the beginning.
And now they actually have that coaster. Basically, they built that similar coaster like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what theme park it's in, but there's one now that literally comes apart from the track and then goes like this and reconnects to another part of the track. And I'm just like, that's got Final Destination written all over it.
Right?
When I was a kid, I was all about the roller coaster, but now I'm like, no, I'm good, man.
Honestly, why has Universal or whoever owns them not made a Final Destination roller coaster yet?
Well, is
Yeah.
it a Universal movie?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Universal.
Somebody can pick it up.
Why?
Somebody owns it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nav Skull, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hit that
Thank
like.
y'all for having me.
Toby says
Always.
hit that like.
All rock. Right? Tune in next week for Green Meds. Tune in the week after for Mr. Gannix and Steve Bunny of GCN or Garden Cultivation Network.
Mr. G and C Bunny.
All right.
I think that's the
That
next.
like and subscribe, please. Yes.
And the share button.
Yeah.
Like,
And the share.
That's right.
Yeah.
meet on Instagram and stuff, but hit that share on YouTube because this is really where things are going to take off for our whole community.
I shared on Facebook because I figure it helps
Oh,
out.
Facebook too, but you can watch that.
Somewhere else, you know. You guys making
Some
up.
about public cannabis profiles on Facebook are not. Facebook's not a big fan. It's kind of like Instagram, and they're
Yeah.
all big company.
Yeah.
But private groups and channel, basically pages, private pages on Facebook for cannabis is fine. Getting seen out to others makes it harder. Anyways, moving on. See you all next week.
All right. Peace, guys.
Later.